have to know the second characteristic, that is intangibility. Tourism products are intangible. A night in a hotel, a day in a sky resort, the calm flight with the nice attendant, and the smiling tour guide taking you to the peak of an alpine mountain. All these cannot be touched. Tourism is all about the time spent and the experience made. The products sold by tourism companies both can't be reproduced or reused, nor can the feeling of consumption be captured to its full extent. There are merely attempts with photographs and video cameras. Probably everybody has already in the situation where you showed your holiday pictures to your family or friends and said, "Well, it looked better when I was there." The picture can really reproduce the sentiment. Tourism is a subjective picture planted into the customer's mind. After that, we, we know the third topic, that is highly perishable. A travel agent or tour operators who sells a tourism product cannot store it. Production can only take if customer is actually present. And once consumption begins, it can't be stopped, interrupted or modified. If the product remains unused, the chances are lost. That is, if tourists don't visit a particular place, the opportunity at that time is lost. It is due to this reason that heavy discounts is offered by hotels and transport generating organizations during off-season. It is composite in nature. Why it is composite in nature? The tourist product can't be provided a single enterprises unlike a manufactured product. The tourist product covers the complete experience of visit to a particular place, and many providers contribute to this experience. For instance, airline supplies seats, a hotel provides rooms and restaurants, travel agents make booking for stay and sightseeing, etc. Unstable in demand. Why it is unstable demand? Tourism demand is influenced by seasonal, economic, political and other such factors. These are the certain times of the year which we see a greater demand than others. At these times, there is a greater strain on services like hotel bookings, employment, and transport systems. It is another characteristic, that is tourism is heterogeneous. Tourism services are heterogeneous. They are vary in standard and quality over time because they are delivered by people to people and are a function of human performance. Each service experience is different because it varies from producer to producer and from customer to customer. For example, services provided by the same travel agent vary on a daily, weekly, and even monthly basis, depending on travel consultants' moods, feelings, attitudes, skills, and knowledge. Many travelers are aware of this fact, and as a result, they shop around before they select a provider. Tourism is not a homogeneous product since it tends to vary in standard and quality over time, unlike a TV set or any other manufactured product. A package tour or even a flight on an aircraft can be consistent at all times. The reason is that this product is a service and services are people based. Due to this, there is variability in this product. All individuals are vary and even the same individuals may not perform the same every time. For instance, all air hostesses can provide the same quality of service and even the same air hostess may not perform uniformly in the morning and evening. The service can't be standardized. It is risky. The risk involved in the use of tourism product is heightened since it has to be purchased before its consumption. An element of change, an element of chance is always present in its consumption, like a show might not be as entertaining as it promises to be, or a beach holiday might be disappointing due to heavy rain. Tourism is marketable. Tourism product is marketed at two levels. At the first level, national and regional organizations engage in persuading potential tourists to visit the country or a certain region. This official tourist organization first create knowledge of its country in tourist generating markets and persuade visitors in this market to visit the country. At the second level, the various individual firms providing tourist services market their own components of total tourist product to persuade potential tourists to visit that region. And there are lack of ownership. It is another characteristic of tourism, that is lack of ownership. The purchase and consumption of tourism service does not result in the transfer of ownership of these services. For example, the production and consumption of hotel or airline services does not result in ownership of airlines or hotel chains. An airline seat or a hotel room can't be taken home either. When travelers purchase airline services, they purchase a temporary right to a transportation services, the access to it, the opportunity to use it, and the transport process itself. However, when purchasing airline services, a customer does not purchase the right to own the service or the title to that service. In terms of a flight, when the traveler arrives at the destination, he or she owns only an old ticket and boarding pass. After this session, we know about the topic, that is need for measurement of tourism. Measurement of tourism activity is important for both public and private sectors. Without reliable data, it is impossible to demonstrate the economic importance of the sectors in terms of value-added employment, exports and imports. A general tourism information system. A general tourism information system (TIS) can be described as a system used to collect in a permanent and systematic way the tourism supply and demand data at the destination level, national, regional or local, necessary for an efficient tourism policy, that is general policy, tourism marketing and physical planning. After that, we know how to make the chart of general tourism information system. Here in the left we see the type, second the items, third is the frequency, and fourth is the method of data collection. First is day tourism. That means number, expenditure, origin and profile. Frequency yearly or every 2 years. Method of data collection simple. Supply. What are the supplies? Basic items. Number of accommodation. Commercial and non-commercial accommodation. Location. Price level. Capacity or accommodation. Employment and type of employees. Cultural attractions. And after you see the secondary supplies. That is the total chart. After this, we know about the tourism satellite account. Statistics regarding tourism have often been restricted to data on the number 1, volumes of arrivals, number of nights, length of stay, 4, purpose of visit, 5, type of accommodations. The reasons for statistical measurement in tourism. What are the reasons for statistical measurement? Statistics are required to evaluate the magnitude and significance of tourism to a tourist destinations. Statistic quantity, the role and contribution of tourism to the economy and to society, and for a country also the part played by tourism in the balance of payments. Statistics are essential in the planning and development of physical facilities to access the requirements of hotels, airports, roads and other facilities. The volume and the characteristic of the tourist movement have to be determined quantitatively. Number 3. Statistics are required in marketing and promotion, which can be effective only if they are based on the assessment of actual and potential markets. Number 4. Statistics of tourism are useful to the government, tourist organizations, and the providers of tourist services. Government is mainly interested in travel as an item in the balance of payments and in tourism as a source of employment and as a user of resources. Number 5. They provide a means of marketing forecast. After that, we know the measurement of tourism through interdisciplinary approaches. What are the interdisciplinary approaches in tourism? Number 1. Institutional approach. The institutional approach to the study of tourism considers the various intermediaries and institutions that perform tourism activities. Institutional approach emphasizes institutions such as a travel agency. This study requires an investigation of the organization, operating methods, problems, costs, and economic place of travel agents who act on behalf of the customer, purchasing services from airline, rental car companies, hotels, and so on. Product approach. How to approach the product? The product approach involves the study of various tourism products and how they are produced, marketed, and consumed. For example, the study on airline seat, how it is created, the people who are engaged in buying and selling it, how it is financed, how it is advertised, and so on. Repeating this procedure for rental cars, hotel room, meals, and other tourist services gives a full picture of the field. Unfortunately, the product approach tends to be too time consuming. It doesn't allow the student to grasp the fundamentals of tourism quickly.
That is for today. Please like, share and subscribe the channel.